boss, the scallywags. Okay, so we're out here in Heidelberg on one of my uncle's farms. It's just beautiful out here. We're going to do a little bit of detecting up in the Kopje, or the little mountain behind us. And as mentioned in one of my videos previously, that Heidelberg's got a very rich history, dating back to the Boer War and previous, even concentration camps. So yeah, we're hoping to maybe have a couple of good finds today. Let's check. The First Boer War, 20th of December to the 23rd of March 1881, lasting just over 3 months against the United Kingdom, resulted in a Boer victory and the eventual independence of the South African Republic. Yeah. Yeah. We had a little wasp situation on the gate lock, which had to be burnt off before we could head out. There are no paths here at all, just thick bush and plenty rocks. Also being warned about all the puff adders and ticks as we headed out kept us both on our toes. Maybe try there and see if we can cut up. Stand straight on it. The climb up to the top was really steep, but all worth it, as the views from the top are absolutely stunning. First find for the day was a 9mm slug, but unfortunately not old at all.
Yeah. Looks like a 9mm. Yeah, it's not old. Yeah.
On every flat section on the way up, which were very few, we came across these rock structures. One would think built during the wars. All look strategically placed for optimal view. There are thousands of circular shaped rock structures, stretching all along the Heidelberg into Zimbabwe. Nobody knows who built them, so it is said they were used in the wars as ready-made forts.
Yeah, I mean, picture the oak lying here. Rifle over, high point, see for distance.
After finding 3 of the same shells in a small area, we automatically presumed they were not that old. A week later, my brother had another look and cleaned them up a little. These were in fact Boer Mauser shells, used between 1899 and 1902. This was a great find, and we indeed never blanked on the day. Okay, so after a very hot day in the hills, we blanked. But we did come across some very cool stuff. Military vantage points, so hand-built rock formations where the military used to hunker down. Yeah, all set perfectly. 360 view all the way down the flats from the top of the Kopje or the hill. So yeah, it's pretty cool to think back as far as the Boer War and how they had held these Kopjes to their advantage and set up properly. And surprised we found nothing, so I presume this place has been hit before some time ago. But yeah, so off to the next location. Okay, so day 2 back in Heidelberg, different location. My brother's had some decent finds here in his last 2 trips. So yeah, we're gonna scour around and see what we can find. Hopefully better than yesterday. Let's get digging. The Second Boer War, lasting 2 years and 7 months, from 1899 to 1902, ended in a British Empire victory and the collapse of the South African Republic. The Boers were heavily outnumbered during the Second War. I soon realized this was just like fishing. You have to go through all the little scraps to get that one decent catch. The amount of old lids and snuff tins we dug up is ridiculous.
See, looks like a spade head or something. That's too heavy for a spade. What the hell is that?
First good find for the day was next to an old farmhouse foundation. We figured possibly a plough head of sorts that would have been drawn by oxen.
That old one. Can you see by the rust?
What a way to end the day with a rare find. The Mark V1303 cordite blank was used from December 1901 to February 1907, before being withdrawn from service, due to the bits of the cartridge breaking off and injuring soldiers during training exercises.
Yeah, that's different, eh? That's pretty cool. So it's one of those blanks, but it's a different make. Awesome.
More than 26,000 Boer women and children died in concentration camps, including more than 20,000 Africans in separate camps. 2 days prior to me joining my brother, he had a couple of interesting digs. Besides the numerous British 303 blanks, he found part of a Massey Harris toy tractor, which dates back to 1948. I will definitely be joining him again. It's just awesome to be out in the bush digging up history.